Welcome to Faith in Action. I'm Haley Hinds. This half hour will share stories of people living out their faith and using it to make a positive impact. We'll start with a Lakeland pastor who realized at a young age she was blessed with a beautiful, powerful voice. Whether singing in church or performing for millions on national TV, Pastor Liz Burns is truly living her dream job.
Words can mean one thing when you speak them, but when you sing them, it's a whole different message.
I think music is sort of the universal language in that way. It really and truly brings people together.
Pastor Liz Burns was born in New York City, surrounded by song.
My dad is one of 9 children. The Munizi family, they are all musical. Everybody sings, everybody plays instruments. So growing up, music was really just part of everything we did.
Her family moved to Florida when she was 6. Even as a kid, Liz knew she was destined for ministry. She studied music at Southeastern University. Sang professionally in theme parks. And even through a battle with cancer, she found high notes on her lowest days.
I remember I would listen to this song that just said, "I'm still here, and it's by the grace of God." And I remember thinking, I'm going to do this, and I would pump myself up with music.
In 2007, she and her husband, Dr. Jason Burns, founded Access Church in Lakeland, growing it from a Bible study in their living room to a place thousands now call home.
We try to say that church fully comes alive for you when you are serving.
Though members are used to seeing her with a mic in hand, girls, hallelujah, Liz recently got the chance to share her gifts and story on a whole different stage, competing on Fox's Don't Forget the Lyrics. Between songs, she spoke about the church, her journey with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and her father, who continues his fight against cancer.
My dad is currently going through cancer, and I would love to be able to help him financially so that he doesn't have to worry about medical bills. It wound up being such a cool, positive thing because I was hoping maybe somebody watching is going through cancer right now, or maybe somebody needs to hear, you can do this, you can make it.
When all was sung and done, she walked away with...
It was such a dream come true.
First thing she did with the prize was share with the church and give back to her parents. She's also looking forward to some time away with her husband and 3 kids.
I haven't bought the car yet. I said I was going to get rid of my mom van, but I think I'm having a harder time letting her go.
Vanessa?
Yeah, Vanessa is her name.
Whether at church, the coffee shop, or rocking out on TV. Pastor Liz looks for any opportunity to strike a chord with people in need of a little harmony.
There's some people that will never necessarily open their Bible and read scripture, and yet even they know, oh wow, this music did something to me. It made me feel good.
Lifting her voice.
Thank you for the gift given to us.
While lifting up those around her.
The world is hard and sad, and we hear so many bad things. But when we go outside of ourselves, when we serve others, I really feel like life begins to come alive. And if you're looking for that joy, I feel like that's the secret.
Access Church is in South Lakeland. They'll soon be opening a second location in North Lakeland. Let's stick with the music theme and share the story of a pastor truly inspiring his congregation. He took what might be considered a lifelong hardship, and he made it his strength.
When Carlos Lara is beating the drums or playing melodies on the piano, he's praying, worshiping, giving thanks, not thinking about anything holding him back.
I truly believe that God has been the one that's helped me through all the things in life.
Carlos was born in Guatemala without a left arm and full right hand. His mother was given a small leather strap.
They told her they don't know what it would be good for, so just have it. You know, so I used to pretend it was an airplane because it was like the only toy I could hold on to.
By age 9, Carlos realized he could use it to hold a drumstick. When he was 11, his mom moved them to Tampa to get prosthetics at Shriners Hospital. With dreams of someday working in music ministry, Carlos started trumpet lessons at Oak Grove Church of God, learning to use his toes to press the valves and eventually to play piano keys.
Even more than learning how to play was just trying to get over the cramps I would get on my toes.
He studied practical ministries at Southeastern University in Lakeland and later traveled to different churches supporting their worship teams. But his heart was always at his home church, now known as Altar Tampa. Here, they say this is familia.
We don't just say welcome to the family, we always say welcome to the familia, because it is something that's happening here and it's beautiful.
And the familia has grown quite a lot lately, seeing upwards of 250 people at services.
When I came in 2005, it was like 20 of us.
Along the way, Carlos discovered a different kind of altar, social media, where he can share the gospel and music. But after this drumming video went viral,
I made the decision that instead of showing really my victories, I just wanted to show my weaknesses. I wanted to show how even through weakness, God can do something with that. I remember one video that I posted where I share how it was so hard for me to have friends in high school, how it was so hard, and I would actually go to the bathroom and hide.
That's part of what makes him such a powerful impact pastor, whether preaching, leading music in the front, or running sound in the back.
From the sound booth, you can see it's beautiful. It really is something beautiful.
What some might view as a weakness, a hardship, Carlos sees as a blessing.
I always share this story on how the reason why I was able to come to the U.S. was because I have no hands, because of Shriners, of the hospital. The reason why when I finished school I didn't have to pay is because of my disability, because I have no hands.
And it's what brought him to where he is today.
God has really done something in my life.
His unwavering faith is helping others discover their own.
There's no one left out of His plan. I've realized that if we have life, it's time to get up and do something. Yeah, if we wake up in the morning, that's another opportunity we have to do something.
I give myself away so you.
If you'd like to see Carlos preaching or playing, Altar Tampa has 2 services on Sundays, English at 9:30 and Spanish at 11. Still to come, more great stories of people using their faith in action, including a ministry making sure people with disabilities have a home forever.
I won't be satisfied until they're laying their head on their pillows in their own homes, where it is secure for the rest of their life.
Her mission for her students and their parents is next. Welcome back to Faith in Action. I'm Haley Hinds. Now to a Polk County ministry. They're helping people with disabilities learn jobs and life skills, make friends, and most importantly, find independence.
It's Thursday at Circle of Friends Ministry in Lake Wales. Performing Arts Day. These students are rehearsing an upcoming performance honoring service members.
It's beautiful and it's fun, and it makes me feel good and thankful for our freedom.
Down the hall,
look at that, y'all.
They're painting peaches.
And I painted this one purple.
For these students, this building is a home away from home.
How has faith gotten Circle of Friends to where it is today?
Faith has been the founding of Circle of Friends.
The nonprofit was founded in the 90s by Mertice Farringer, whose daughter Connie had special needs, growing from a Sunday school classroom to this, a day program serving people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, as well as their families, helping them transition from high school to independent adult life.
We're going to equip them with the skills needed to live a more independent life. We're going to empower them to use those skills by advocating for them in the community, with employers, with their families, and we're going to provide inclusion through activities.
Each day looks different.
Every morning we do devotion. Culinary is on Wednesday, art is on Tuesday, performing arts on Thursday. Fridays, usually Fun Friday. We do trips to Tampa Aquarium. We do trips to Orlando Science Center.
Games like bingo.
Now we're going to try any other vertical bingo, and up and down.
Teach life lessons about dollars and change.
Why 5 cents? Why a dime?
Money they hope to someday count, from their own paychecks to pay their own bills.
We try to do everything here with a fun spin on it because it helps them retain their information a whole lot better.
Independence looks different from one person to the next.
One independence may be working at Publix and living in an apartment with a friend, while another's independence may be helping mom with dishes or laundry, just stepping up a notch to help mom relax a little bit at home.
I used to be so bored, ain't nothing to do.
Lynette Brown enrolled in 2004.
I learned money skills. I learned cooking.
She has a whole list of goals. Learn to drive, get married, but her biggest,
I want to be a lawyer. I thank God that He put that dream in my life.
CEO Crystal Higbee has big goals too. First, raise $1.1 million to buy the building they just moved into. Second, that's the really exciting part, develop land for a supported living, affordable housing community.
What it would mean is that 20 of our students would immediately have a place to go, and their parents would have peace of mind that when they pass away, that their child is going to have a place to live forever.
Students like Lynette cannot wait to move in.
In my dream, I wanted to be able to be independent and hang out with my friends.
Here, it's not just a circle of friends, it's a whole family.
I won't be satisfied until they're laying their head on their pillows in their own homes where it is secure for the rest of their life. And I can look at their parent in the eye and say, you can have peace now.
Circle of Friends has about 30 enrolled with space for up to 50. Much of the ministry is supported by grants and fundraising. Still to come, in a busy world, sometimes it can be hard to follow your faith as strictly as you'd like. That is where Tampa Kosher Foodies comes in.
It goes back to the Old Testament. It's about showing your faith to God. It's about being part of the community. It's about observing the laws that were written.
See how one woman is making it much easier to find kosher food right after the break. Welcome back to Faith in Action. A local woman has made it her mission to find kosher food around the Tampa Bay area. She's mapping out who sells what and where you can get it. Keeping kosher is a meaningful act of observance for many in the Jewish religion, and Tampa Kosher Foodies is helping them keep it going.
You might spot her inspecting the meat section.
The smoked turkey thighs they have.
Maybe sorting through jars and cans.
It's jasmine pepper paste. And look, it's kosher for Pesach.
With a phone in her hand and the kosher community in her heart.
I finished all the refrigerated areas, the chickens, the cheeses, and the deli.
Rachel Lisbon scours Tampa Bay grocery stores on the hunt for kosher items prepared according to Jewish dietary law.
When you go, it has to have the kosher symbol.
The rules are extensive. For example, kosher mammals and birds must be slaughtered a certain way. No shellfish can be consumed. Meat and dairy cannot be prepared or eaten together. Lisbon, who is Orthodox, is the founder of Tampa Kosher Foodies. She shares who has what and where with her online followers.
It's something that's passed down from generation to generation. A lot of them don't have the time and patience, so I just do it so they don't have to do it.
Born and raised in Brooklyn, she was accustomed to finding strictly kosher foods just about anywhere. But when she moved to Tampa in 2014, she found it was more challenging.
I just remember coming and there was like nothing kosher, no kosher options.
That fueled her mission to start mapping out local kosher food finds, first for friends and family, and then establishing a company.
I go through everything and I, take pictures and I document it. The hard part is finding the specialty items, chickens, meat, deli, even cheeses.
Lisbon also consults with rabbis and kosher businesses while reaching out to non-kosher establishments to help them better understand what kosher is and how to get strictly kosher certification.
Here, I don't have to worry about what's kosher and what's not kosher. I could buy whatever I want here and not have to think about it.
Joel's Kosher Deli in St. Petersburg sells prepared kosher foods of all kinds.
You may make a chicken, or you may sell a chicken, or you may cook the chicken. I said, but that chicken has so much more meaning to the people that you're feeding.
While most chain stores do have kosher selections, places like this make it easier to keep kosher.
It is so rewarding to have people come in the store and say, no, I couldn't live here without you.
It goes back to the Old Testament. It's about showing your faith to God. It's about being part of the community. It's about observing the laws that were written. The word itself means fit and proper.
You have to feel wonderful that you have been a part of something like this.
It is definitely a labor of love.
New kosher businesses are popping up, like Crembo Bakery and Cafe at Tampa's JCC and Grill Express downtown. Lisbon would love to someday see Tampa and the surrounding areas become a new kosher destination.
I'm trying to make an awareness because I want more establishments. We need more kosher places to eat, because if you think about it, when you go out to eat, you become a community.
It's not just grocery stores. Rachel checks gas stations, stadiums, even hospital cafeterias, and she has many more ideas, including starting a local weekly kosher Meals on Wheels program. Up next, sometimes a wet nose, a slobbery kiss, it's the best kind of love you can receive. Nobody knows this as well as the folks behind Canines for Christ.
We love God, we love dogs, and we love serving in the community.
To teach, to bring hope and joy and wagging tails that bring laughter.
Their mission of healing is right after the break. Welcome back to Faith in Action. In times of tragedy, grief, and stress, animals have a special kind of healing power. A ministry that started more than 15 years ago in Tampa with one man and one dog has grown into a faithful army of hundreds of volunteers around the world. Canines for Christ brings wagging tails and a whole lot of love to places they're needed most.
When you're hurting, lonely, worried, or lost, words can only go so far.
That's a good girl.
Sometimes 2 furry paws on your lap, a wet nose, and a pair of eyes gazing up are enough to remind you of the good in the world.
Does it make y'all happy for us to be here?
Yes! These dogs bring love, the pure, non-judgmental, unconditional kind, wherever they go.
What do you like when you want to see a dog? Joy, peace, a wagging tail.
They and their humans travel the Bay Area with Canines for Christ. Chaplain Larry Randolph started the animal-assisted therapy ministry in Tampa back in 2007. It was an unexpected calling from above.
I didn't have a dog, no dog, and so when God asks you to do something, what are you going to say?
The nonprofit has grown to 1,200 volunteers, human and four-legged, around the world.
There's 3 things that we do in this ministry. We love God, we love dogs, and we love serving in the community.
To teach, to bring hope and joy and wagging tails that bring laughter.
They visit children's hospitals, nursing homes, cancer centers, special needs facilities. They respond to disasters and crisis situations and perform end-of-life visits. Wherever hope is needed, they go, tails wagging.
We see a lot of stress in a lot of people now. It takes longer to spend time with people and try to help them. When we come in with our dogs, we're not strangers anymore. It's the most magic, wonderful thing.
On this day, they're visiting a group of adults with special needs with the nonprofit Learning Your Function. They start with a prayer, a Bible lesson. Jesus! And then it's time for Sadie, Ginger, and Leo to work their magic.
He's almost entirely blind. He has a herniated disc, but he never, ever lets that hold him back.
Dogs don't judge. They don't see differences. They show affection all the same.
They have a lot less concerns than we do, but they love us, and you see it, they show it.
Do you enjoy these visits when they come to see you?
Yes, please.
What's it feel like when Ginger jumps up and puts her paws on you?
She makes me smile. She makes me happy. She makes me everything.
In the best and worst of times, these animals heal in ways that can't always be defined.
We have so many stories of people that are just sobbing and crying uncontrollably because of a loved one or a friend or family member has been, killed in a shooting. And these dogs come in and just almost change the demeanor of a person instantly with they can just hug them and love them and unconditionally.
Sharing the love of God through the love of dogs.
It's comfort. It's love. It's love and it's joy.
4 paws at a time.
Anybody can do this. An ordinary person with their ordinary dog can make a difference in people's lives.
Canines for Christ is always adding new volunteers and chaplains to its team. If you have a pup that loves people, you can train to minister together. And if you'd like to learn more about how the nonprofit came to be, Larry co-wrote a book called Finding Grace, named after their very first therapy dog. Do you know someone who is living out their faith and using it to make a positive impact? We are looking for faith in action stories all around the Tampa Bay area. Just reach out to me at haley.hinds@fox.com. Thanks so much for watching.